I'd always thought the kingdom more affected the Duke of Albany than Court.
It did always seem so to us. But now, in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is this not your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been in my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I'm praised to it.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, this young fellow's mother could. Whereupon she grew round-wombed and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle as she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell the fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue it being so proper.
Yet I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder than this, who yet is no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucily into the world before he was sent for, yet was his mother fair. There was good sport at his making, and the whole son must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honourable friend.
My services, your lordship.
I must love you, and sue to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again. The king is come.
Attend to the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Ah. Know that we have divided in three our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburthened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which of you, shall we say, doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, liberty. Beyond what can be valued, rich or rare. No less than life with grace, health, beauty, honour. As much as child e'er loved or father found. A love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manner, so much I love you.
What shall poor Lear do?
Love and be silent.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champaigns ridged, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall? Speak.
I am made of the same metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness's love.
And then poor Cordelia.
And yet not so, since I'm sure my love will richer than my time.
To thee and thine hereditary, ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although the last, not least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive for the interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bonds, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes.
Good, my lord. You have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honour. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my flight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father or...
But goes thy heart with this?
Aye, good my lord.
So young and so untender?
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well laboured, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege!
Peace, Kent! Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid my sight! So be my grave, my peace, does did I give her father's heart from her. Call France. Who serves? Call Burgundy. Cornwall and Albany. With my two daughters' dowers digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects of true good majesty. Ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights by you to be sustained, shall make our abode with you by due terms. Only we shall retain the name and all the issues to a king. The sway, revenue, and execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honoured as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my friend.
The bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft.
Let it fall rather than the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmanly when Lear is mad. What couldst thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery vows? To plainness honour's bound when majesty stoops to folly? Reverse thy doom, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sound reverts no hollowness.
Kent, on thy life no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being the motive.
Out of my sight.
See better, Lear, and let me remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now, by Apollo!
Now, by Apollo, king, thy swearest thy gods in vain. Do kill thy physician and the fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy doom, or whilst I can still vent clamour from my throat, I tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant! On thy allegiance, hear me! Since thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to come betwixt our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear, our potency made good, take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back on our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Since thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinks, and has most likely said, that your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new. Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy. We first address toward you, who in this king hath rivaled for our daughter? What in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than what your highness offered, and nor will you tender less.
Right noble Burgundy. Once she was dear to us, we did hold her so, but now her price has fallen. Sir, there she stands. If aught within our little seeming substance, or all of it with our displeasure pieced and nothing more, may fitly like your grace, she's there, and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up on such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray as to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange, that she who even but now was your best object, the argument of your praise, the balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous as to dismantle so many balls of favour. Sure her offence must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, or your foremost affection and fall into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracle should never plant in me.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily eye, to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend I'll do before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonoured step that hath deprived me of your grace and favour. But even for want of that, for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye and such a tongue as I am glad I have not, though not to have it, hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this, a tardiness in nature which often leaves his fear unspoken that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire point? Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal Lear, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn, I am firm.
I'm sorry then you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respects of fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most love despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange in their cold neglect my love should kindle to inflame respect. Thy dower's daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours and our fair France. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. With them farewell, Cordelia, thou art kind. Thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast a France, let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sister.
The jewels of our father. With washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know what you are, and like a sister am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Use well our father. To your professed bosoms I'll commit him. Yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both.
Prescribe not us our duties.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's arms. You have obedience scanted, and well a word the warmth you wanted.
Time shall unfold your plighted cunning hides. Who covers faults at last shame them derides. Well may you prosper.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain. And with you. Next month with us.
You see how full of change this age is. The observations we have made of it have not been little. He always loved our sister most. With what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age. Yet he had ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time has been but rash.
Such inconstant starts are we like to have as this of Kent's banishment.
Pray you, let's sit together. If our father carry authority with such dispositions as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think on it.
We must do something, and in the heat.
Picture out my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore shall I stand in the plague of custom, and forbid the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines, Latigo's brother. Why bastard? Wherefore base? For my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true, as honest, madams, is she. Why brand they us with base? Baseness, bastardy, base, who in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating a whole tribe of fobs, got between a sleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Oh, fine word, legitimate. If this letter speed, and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods, stand up for bastards.
Kent, vanished thus, and France, in anger, departed. And the king, gone tonight. Edmund, how now? What news?
So please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you to put up that letter?
I have no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing.
What needed then that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing hath not such need to hide itself. Let's see, come. If it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
It is a letter from my brother which I have not read, and so for much as I perused, I find it not fit for your looking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I shall offend either to detain or give it. The contents isn't part, I understand them, but to blame.
Let's see.
I hope for my brother's justification, he wrote this but as an essay or taste of my virtue.
This policy and reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times. Keeps our fortunes from us till our oldness cannot relish them. I begin to find an idle and a fond bondage in the oppression of aged tyranny, who sways not as it hath power, but as it is suffered. Come to me that of this I may speak more. If our father should sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother, Edgar. A conspiracy. Sleep till I waked him, you shall enjoy half his revenue. My son, Edgar, had he a hand to write this? A heart and brain to breed it in? When came this to you? Who brought it?
It was not brought, my lord. There's the cunning of it. I find it thrown in at the casement of my closet.
You know the characters to be your brothers?
If the matter were good, my lord, I swear it was his. But in respect to that, I fain think it were not.
It is his.
Oh, it is his hand, my lord. But I hope his heart is not in the content.
Has he never heretofore sounded you out in this business?
Never. But I have heard him oft maintain briefly that sons of perfect age and fathers declined. The father should be wards the son, and the son manages revenue.
Oh, villain, villain! His very opinion, nevertheless. Unnatural, detested, brutish, worse than brutish. Go, sir, seek him. I'll apprehend him. Where is he?
I do not know well, my lord. But if you should suspend your indignation against my brother, till you can derive of him better testimony of his intent, you should run a certain course. If you violently proceed against him, mistaking his purpose, you make a great gap in your honour, and shake in pieces the heart of his obedience.
It cannot be such a monster.
No, it is not, sure.
To his father that so tenderly and entirely loves him. Heaven and earth, seek him out, Edward. Wind me into him, I pray you. I would unstake myself to be in a due resolution.
I will seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business, I shall find means and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Though the wisdom of nature can reason it thus and thus, yet nature finds itself scourged by the sequent effects. Love cools. Friendship falls off. Brothers divide. In cities, mutinies. In countries, discord. In palaces, treason. And the bond cracked twixt son and father. Find out this villain, Edmund. It shall lose thee nothing. And the noble and true-hearted Kent banished his offence, honesty. 'Tis strange.
This is the excellent folly of the world. That when we're sick in fortune, often the surfeit of our own behaviour, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and the stars, as if we're villains by necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, lecherous by spherical predominance, and all that were evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of a whole master man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major. So it follows I am rough and lecherous. I would have been what I am had the main star and the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. And Edgar. Oh, in fact, he comes like the catastrophe of the old comedy. My cue. Well, these eclipses do portend these divisions. Far so, I mean.
How now, brother Edward? Serious contemplation, are you?
I'm thinking, brother, of prediction I read this other day what should follow these eclipses.
And do you busy yourself about that?
I promise you the effects he writ of succeed unhappily, as of unnaturalness between the child and the parent, death, dearth, dissolution of ancient amities, menaces and malediction against kings and nobles, needless diffidences, nuptial breaches, and I know not what.
And how long have you been a secretary astronomer?
Come. When saw you my father last?
Why, the night gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Parted you in good terms, found you no discomforted him by word or countenance?
Not at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, as my entreaty forbear his presence, till little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rageth with him, that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely ally.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
Oh, that's my fear. I pray you, avoid his presence till the speed of his rage goes slower. Come to my lodging. I'll fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. Take my key. If you do stir abroad, go on.
Arms, brother?
Brother, I advise you the best. I'm no good man if there be any honest meaning towards you. I've told you what I've seen and heard, but fit nothing like the image and horror of it.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father, and a brother noble. whose nature's so far from doing harm that he suspects none, and whose foolish honesty my practices ride easy. I see the business. Let me not by birth, but man's by wit. All with me's meat, that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Yes, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights go riotous in himself, upbraid us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I am sick. If you come slack of former services, you shall do well. The thought of it I'll answer.
He is coming, madam. I hear him.
Then put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I'd have it come to question. If he distasted, then let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one, not to be overruled. Idle old man, who still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Remember what I tell you.
Very well, madam.
And let his knights have colder looks among you. What grows of it no matter, advise your fellows so. I would breed from hence occasions, and I shall, that I may speak. I'll ride straight to my sister to hold my very course. Prepare for dinner.
If but as well I other accents borrow that can my speech diffuse, my good intent may carry through to that full issue which I've raised my likeness. Now banished Kent, if thou can serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come. Thy master whom thou lovest shall find thee full of labours.
Leave thy drink and thy whore, and leave me the door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tenths to the score.
Let me not stay here just for dinner. Go, we're getting ready.
Dinner.
Ah, now, what art thou?
A man, sir.
What art thou?
An honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
If thou be as poor for a subject as he's for a king, thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You?
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir, but you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, and deliver a plain message bluntly.
How old art thou?
Not so young, sir, to love a woman for her singing, nor so old to dote on her for anything. I have years on my back, 48.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I shall not part from thee yet. Dinner! Oh, dinner! Where's my knave, my fool? Go you, go hither, my fool. Ah, you, sir, you. Where's my daughter?
So please you.
What says the fellow there? Call the trot power back! And where's my fool ho? I think the world's asleep. How? Where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the slave back to when I called him?
My lord, he answered me in the roundest manner. He would not. He would not.
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you would want. There's a great abatement of kindness, appears in the general dependence, as in the Duke himself, and also your daughter.
Ah? Sayest thou so?
I do beseech you, pardon me, my lord. My duty cannot remain silent when I think your highness wronged.
You but rememberest me of mine own conception. I have perceived a most faint neglect of late. I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him these 2 days.
Since my young lady's going into France, he hath much pined away.
No more of that. I have noted it well. Go you, tell my daughter I would speak with her. And go you, call hither my fool. Ah, you, sir, you. Come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father. My lord's name. You wholesome dog. You slave. You cur.
I am none of these, my lord. I beseech thy pardon.
Do you bandize me, you rascal?
I'll not be struck, my lord.
No trip needed for a base football player. Come, sir, arise. I'll teach you differences.
Now, my very name is earnest of thy service.
Let me hire him too. Here's my face mask.
Oh, now, my very name, how dost thou?
Sir, you had best take my face mask.
Why, fool?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favour. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sits. Thou'lt catch cold shortly. There, take my face mask. Here's one who's banished 2 on's daughters, and done the 3rd a blessing against his will. If thou art to follow him, thou must needs wear my face mask. How now, nuncle? Wouldst I had 2 daughters and 2 face masks?
Why, my boy?
If I gave them my living, I'd keep my face mask to myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, sir, the whip.
Truth said, dogs must be kennelled. He must be whipped out while Lady the Brat may stand by the fire and stink.
A pestilent god.
Oh, sir, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to escort.
This is nothing, fool.
Oh, then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Canst thou make no use of nothing, nuncle?
Why, no, boy. Nothing can be made out of nothing.
Oh, prithee tell him. So much the rent of his land comes to, he will not believe a fool.
The bitter fool.
Oh, dost thou know the difference between a sweet fool and a bitter fool?
No, lad, teach me.
That lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away. That thou hast borne with.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
No, faith, lords and great men will not let me. If I had a monopoly out, they'd have part on't. And the ladies too, they'll be snatching. Give me an egg, nuncle, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I have cracked an egg in the middle and eaten up the meat, why the 2 crowns of the egg? When thou clovest thy kingdom in the middle and gave away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back over the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bull crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. If I speak like myself in this, let him be whipped that first finds it so. Fools had ne'er less grace in a year, wise men are grown foppish. They know not how their wits to wear, their manners are so apish.
When we want to be so full of songs, sir?
I have used it, nuncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mother. For when thou puttest down thy breeches and gave them the rod, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play bo peep, and go the fools among. Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster to teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, sir. We'll have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying. I'm even whipped for holding my peace. had rather be any kind of thing than a fool.
But I would not be thee. Thou hast paired thy wit of both sides and given away both parts. Here comes one of the pairings.
Well now, daughter, what makes that frontlet on? Methinks you are too much of late as a frown.
Oh, thou wast a pretty fellow when thou caredst nothing for her frowning. Now thou art an O without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool, thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue, so your face bids me though you say nothing.
Not only, sir, this your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. So I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoken down that you protect this course, and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not scape sensing of the redresser's sleep.
For you know, Nuncle, the hedge sparrow fed the cuckoo so long, it had its head bit off by its young. And out went the candle, and we were left darkling.
You are daughter.
Come, sir, I would you would make use of that good wisdom whereof I know you are taught, and put away these dispositions that have late transformed you from what you rightly are.
Oh, may not an ass know when the cart draws the horse?
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus? Speak thus? Where are his eyes? Either his notion weakens, his discerning's a lethargid. Waking? 'Tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn that. For by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be forced persuaded I had daughter.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Your name? Fair, gentle woman.
This admiration, sir, is much the same reveille on you, pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, you should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold that this our court infected with their manners shows like a riotous sin. Epicurism and lust make it more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself does speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her that else will take the thing she begs. A little to this quantity your training, and the remainder that shall still depend to be such men as may besought your age, know themselves and you.
Darkness endeavours. Saddle my horses! Call my train together! Degenerate bastard, thou naturally! Yet have I left a daughter.
You strike my people in your disordered rabble make service of their best.
Moreover, too late repents. Ah, sir, are you come? Is it your will? Speak, sir! Prepare my horses! Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend! More his when thou showst in a child than the same.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested can't thou last! My train are men of choice in rarest parts, that all particulars do you know, and in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Oh, most small fault. How ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, which like an engine wrenched my frame of nature from the fixed place, drew from my heart all love and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, 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 beat at this gate and let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out. Go, go, my people!
My lord, I am guilty as I am ignorant of what has moved you.
It may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility, dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her delicate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teen, create her child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fed channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and content, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away, away!
Gods that we adore, where are this?
Never afflict your cause. But let his disposition have that scope that dotage gives it.
What? 50 of my followers at the club within a fortnight?
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell thee. Life and death. Oh, I am ashamed that thou hast power to shake my manhood thus. That these hot tears which break from me perforce should make thee worth them. Blasts and fogs upon thee. The untenanted woundings of a father's curse pierce every sense about thee. Yea, is't come to... Let it be so. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt find that I'll resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever. Thou shalt, I warrant thee.
Do you mark that, my lord?
Mother, I cannot be so partial to the great love I bear you.
Pray you content. Oswald, you, sir, more knave than fool, after your master.
Oh, Uncle Lear, tarry, take the fool with thee.
This man hath had good counsel. 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 knights. Yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike, he may guard his dotage with their powers and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say.
Will you make him too far?
Safe than trust too far. What he hath outed I have with my sister. If she sustain him and his 100 knights when I have shown the unfitness. How now, Oswald? Have you read that letter to my sister?
Yes, ma'am.
Then take us to company and away to horse. Inform her full of my particular fear, and then to have such business of your own as may impact it more. Get you gone and hasten in return. No, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours, though I condemn not, yet under pardon you are much more a task for want of wisdom you praise to for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, oft we mar what's well.
Go you, Pius, before to Gloucester with these letters. Acquaint my daughter no further than thing you know them comes from her demand out of the letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there afore you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letters.
Shalt see, thy other daughter will use thee kindly. For though she's as like this as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
Why? What canst tell, my boy?
She'll taste as much like this as a crab does to a crab. Canst tell why one's nose stands in the middle of one's face?
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes on either side of it. That which a man may not smell out, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
No, I neither. But I know why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why? To keep his head in, and not to give it away to his daughters and leave his brains without a case.
I will forget my nature. So kind a father. Be my horses ready?
Thy asses are gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars are 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed. Thou wouldst make a good fool, uncle. But if thou wert my fool, I'd have thee whipped for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou canst not be old before thou hast been wise.
Let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven. Keep me in temper. I would not be mad. How now? Are the horses ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come, boy.
She that's a maid now, and laughs at my departure, shall not be a maid much longer, lest things be cut shorter.
Baron. And you, sir. I've been with your father and given him notice that the Duke of Cornwall and his Duchess Regan will be here with him tonight.
How comes that?
Nay, I know not. You have heard the news abroad. I mean the whispered ones, for they are yet but ear-kissing arguments.
Not I, pray, what are they?
Have you heard of no likely wars toward twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You may do then in time. Fare you well, sir.
The Duke be here tonight. The better, best, which weaves itself perforce into my business. Now one thing of a queasy question which I must act. Briefness and fortune work.
Brother, descend, brother, a word I say. Our father watches Pussa, fly this place. Intelligence is giving where you're hid. Give now the good advantage of the night. Have you nothing said upon the Duke of Cornwall? Advise yourself. I am sure, not a word. I hear my father coming. And coming must draw my dagger upon you. So farewell. Torches! Come for my father! Some lad drawn me, get a preen on my more fierce, and then I've seen drunkards do more business. Balls! Help! No help!
Here stood he, his sharp sword out, mumbling wicked charms, conjuring the moon to stand his vicious mistress.
But where is he?
Looks like.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way, sir, went by no means he could.
By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. But that I told when revenging gods against parricides and all their thunders bend, spoke with how strong and manifold the bond was between child and father. Sir, seeing how lowly opposite I stood to his most unnatural purpose, in fell motion with prepared his sword, he lanced mine arm. But when he saw my best armed spirits, bold in the cobbler's right, raised in encounter, or whether gasped by the noise I made, full suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught and found. Dispatch. The noble Duke, my master, my worthy arch and patron, comes tonight. By his authority I will proclaim it, that he which finds them shall deserve our thanks, bringing the murderous caitiff to the stake. He that conceals him, death.
When I dissuaded him from his intent and found him pight to do it, with God's feet I threatened to discover him. He replied, "Thou unpossessing bastard! Dost thou think if I would stand against thee, could the reproach of any trust, virtue, or worth in thee make thy words faith? No, this I would deny as that I would. And I tell it all to thy suggestion, plot, and damn this practice."
Strong and fastened villain! But he denies that I never got him. I know not my clubs. All ports are barred, the villain shall not escape. The Duke must give me that. Besides this picture I will send far and near, that all the kingdom may have due note of him. And of my land, loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
How now, my noble friends, since I came hither, which I can call but now, I have heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender. How dost, my lord?
My old heart is cracked,
What did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion to the riotous knights that tend upon my father?
I know not, madam. 'Tis too bad.
Aye, he was of that consort, madam.
No marvel then, though you were ill-affected. 'Tis they have put him on the old man's death to have the expense and waste of his revenues. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Nor I, assure you. Edmund, I hear you've shown your father a childlike office.
'Twas my duty, sir.
He did bewray his practice and received this hurt, you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. Make your own purpose high my strength, you please. Few, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience does this instance so much commend herself. You shall be ours. Natures as such need trust. We shall much need. You, we first see something.
I shall serve you, sir, truly, however else.
For him I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you.
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night, occasions, noble Gloucester, of some prize, wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences which I best thought it fit to answer from our home. Several messengers from hence attend dispatch. Ah, good old friend, lay comfort to your bosom and bestow your needful service to our businesses, which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Good dawning to thee, friend. Art of this house.
Aye.
Where may we set our horses?
In the swamp.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why then? I care not for thee.
If I had thee in lips pinfoned, I'd make thee care for me.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound worsted stocking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking whoreson, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, one trunk inheriting slave, one that was to be born and wear good service in our composition of a knave, rascal, coward, pandit, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch, one whom I will beat into clamorous whining, if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee?
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thy nose to me? Is it not 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rascal, for if thou be not just the moonshines, I'll so make a sop of the moonshine of you. Draw, you horse and Callione barbermonger, draw.
Away, I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw, you rogue. You come with letters against the king and take Vanity the puppet's part against the royalty of her father. Draw, you knave, or I'll so carbonado your shanks. Come on, you neat slave. Come your way. Come on, you knave.
Murder, help!
Oh, come on.
What's the matter here? Keep peace upon your lives. He dies and strikes again. What is the matter?
They're messengers from our sister and their king.
What is your difference? Speak.
I am scarce in breath, my lord.
No marvel you've so bestirred your valour.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, whose life I suspect suited his great beard.
Thou whoreson Zed, thou unnecessary letter. My lord, if you will give me leave, I will but tread this unbolted villain into mortar, and daub the walls of a jakes with him. Spare my grey beard, you wagtail.
Peace, sirrah! You wretched knave. Know you no reverence?
Aye, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
Such a knave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. Such smiling rogues as these, oft, like rats, bite through the holy cords of twain, which are too entrenched to unloose. A bang upon your epileptic visage! Smile you my speeches as I were a fool?
What, art thou mad, old fellow?
I'll fell you up, say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I and such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more, perchance, does mine, or his, or hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in my time than stand on any shoulder that I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow, who having been praised for bluntness, does affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the garb quite from his nature. He cannot flatter, an honest mind and plain, he must speak the truth, and they will take it so. If not, he's plain.
Sir, in good faith, in sincere verity, under the allowance of your great respect, whose influence, like the wreath of radiant fire on flickering Phoebe's front.
What means by this?
To go out my dialect, you discommend so much. Sir, I know I am no flatterer.
What was the offence you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late, to strike me upon his misconstruction. Then he, conjunct and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind. Being down, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man, that worthy him got praises of the king for him attempting who was seldom subdued, and in the fleshment of this dread exploit, drawn me here again.
None of these rogues and cowards, but Ajax is their fool.
Fetch forth the stocks, you stubborn ancient knave, you reverend braggart. We'll teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king on whose employment I was sent to you. You will show too bold malice, too small respect against the grace and person of my master by stocking his knave.
Fetch forth the stocks. As I have life and honour, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord, and all night too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the self-same colour our sister speaks of. Come, bring away the stock.
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king his master will check him foot. Your purpose, no correction, is such as basis and condemned wretches, for pilferings and most petty trespasses are punished with. The king must take it ill that he so slightly valued in his messenger should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it much worse, to have her gentleman abused, assaulted, for following her affairs. Put in his legs. Come, my good lord, away.
I'm sorry for these friends. 'Tis the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray do not, sir. I have watched and travelled hard. Sometime I'll sleep, the rest I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out of fields. Give you good morning.
The Duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill-ting.
Nothing almost these miracles but misery. I have a letter. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who has most fortunately been informed of my obscurate course. Oh, all's weary and o'erwatch. Take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place that guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself, and damn the thought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to beast. My face I'll grind with filth. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars, who with roaring voices, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Or turning God! Or Tom! That's something yet. Edgar, I love
you. Martin Home will not send back my messenger.
As I learned the night before, there was no purpose of this remove.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Huh? Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
Oh, my lord.
Ha! He wears cruel garters. Horses are tied by the head, dogs and bears by the neck, monkeys by the loins, and man by the leg. When a man's over lusty at leg, then he wears wooden nether stocks.
What's he that hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No, I say.
I say yes.
No, they would not.
They have.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear A.
They just not do't. They cannot, would not do't. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage. Resolve me with all modest haste, which way thou mightst deserve, or they impose this usage coming from us.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them, ere I was risen from the place that showed my duty leaving, came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril, his mistress' salutations, delivered letters, spite of intermission, which presently they read, and on whose contents, summed up their meaning, straight took horse, and commanded me to follow and attend the leisure of their answer, gave me cold looks. And meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow that of late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit drew, he raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Winter's not gone yet if the wild geese fly that way. Fathers that wear rags shall make their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children kind. Fortune, that arrant whore, ne'er turns the key to the poor. But for all this, thou shalt have as many dollars for thy daughters as thou canst tell in a year.
Oh, this mother swells up toward my heart. Hysterica pastio, down, thou climbing sorrow, thy elements below. Where is this daughter?
With the Earl, here within.
Follow me not. Stay here.
Made you no more offence but what you speak of?
How chance the king comes with such small a train?
And thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question. Thou hadst well deserved it.
Why, fool?
Oh, we'll set thee to school to an ant to teach thee there's no labouring in the winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men. And there's not a nose among 20 but can sniff out him that's stinking. When the great reel rolls down the hill, let go thy hold. Let it break thy neck with following it. But when the great one goes up the hill, let him draw thee after. If a wise man gives thee better counsel than this, give me mine again. I'd have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it. That so which serves and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, shall pack when it begins to rain, and leave thee in a storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. The fool turns knave that runs away, the fool no knave per die.
Where learned you this, fool?
I'm not in the stocks, a fool.
Deny to speak with me. They are sick. They are weary. They have travelled all the night. Mere fetches. The images of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke. How unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Fiery? What quality? Why, Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Aye, my good
The
lord.
king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Command service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood. Fiery, the fiery Duke. Tell the hot Duke that... No. Not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office whereto our health is bound. We are not ourselves when nature, being oppressed, commands the mind to suffer with the body. I'll forbear, and am fallen out with my more headier will to take the indisposed and sickly fit for the sound man. Death on my state! Wherefore should he stand here? This act persuades me this motion of the Duke and hers is practice only. Give me my servant forth. Go tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with them. Now, presently, bid them come forth and hear me. Or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till its cry sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Oh, me, my heart, my rising heart. Oh, no.
Or cry to it, nuncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put him in the paste alive. She napped him at the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, wanderings, down." 'Twas her brother that, in pure kindness to his horse, buttered its hay.
Hails, Your Grace.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I will divorce thee from thy mother's tomb. Settle things in Dumfries. Oh, are you free? Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister's not. She hath tied sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee. Thou not believe with how depraved a quality. Oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Sir? How is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she has restrained the riots of your followers, 'Tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curse is on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, that to our sister I pray you make return, saying you have wronged her so.
Ask her forgiveness. Do you would mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never even. She has abated me half my trick, was black upon me, struggling with her tongue most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the sword vengeances of heaven fall on her in grateful top. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness. Infect her beauty, you femme-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blast her pride.
Oh, the blessed gods! So you will wish on me when a rash mood is on.
Oh, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender-hefted nature shall not give ear to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forgot wherein I be endowed.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man in the stocks?
Is your lady come?
This is a slave whose easy-born pride dwells in the fickle grace of her he follows. Out far from my sight.
What means your grace?
Who struck my servant? Regan, I have good hopes thou did not know on't. But who comes here? Oh, heavens. If you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if you yourselves are old, make it your cause. Send down and take my part. Thou art not ashamed to look upon this beard. Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? Indiscretion fines and dotage terms, sir.
Oh, sight, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserved much less advisement.
You, did you?
I pray you, father, being weak seems so. If till the expiration of the month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her and 50 men dismissed? No! Rather I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade with the wolf and owl, necessity's sharp pinch. Return to her. Persuade me rather to be slave and sumpter to this detested groom.
At your choice.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather a disease is my flesh which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Let shame come when it will. I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder-bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee to high judging Jove. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I look not for you, Ned, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with passion must be content to think you old, and so. But she knows what she loves.
Is this well spoken?
I dare avouch it, sir. What 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more, yea, or so many? Sith that both charge and danger speak against so great a number. How in one house can many people under 2 commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those chieftain servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? Then, if they chance to slack you, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositories, but kept a reservation to be followed in such a number. What? Must I return to you with 5 and 20? Regan, said you so.
And speak again, my lord, no more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet do look well favoured when others are more wicked. Not being the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet doth double 5 on 20, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20, 10 or 5, to follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you?
What need 1?
Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life's as cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady. If only to go warm or gorgeous, why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest and scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, you heavens, give me that patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not woman's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural hags! I will have such revenges on you both that all the world shall. I will do such things. What they are, yet I know not, but they shall be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping. But this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or ere I weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw. 'Twill be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
'Tis his own blame. He hath put himself from rest and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular I'll receive him gladly, but not 1 follower.
So am I purposed. Where is my lord of Gloucester?
Followed the old man. He's returned.
The king is in high rage.
Whither is he going?
He calls the horse the will I know not whither.
It is best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord entreated by no means to stay.
That the night comes on and the bleak winds do sorely rough. For miles around there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, to willful men the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors, the desperate trade. And what they may incense him to do, being apt to have his ear abused, wisdom bids fear.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My Regan cousin's world. Come out to us.
Who's there?
foul weather.
One-minded like the weather, most unquiet.
Sir, I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with the fretful elements. He strives in his little world band to outscorn the to and fro conflicting wind and rain.
But who is with him?
None but the fool, who labours to outjust his heartfelt injuries.
Sir, I do know you. There is division, although as yet the face of it is covered with mutual cunning. Betwixt Albany and Cornwall, we have servants, which seem no less dark plants and spies and speculations intelligent to our state. There comes from France a power into this scattered kingdom. But now to you. If on my credit you dare build so far to make your speed to Dover, you shall find some that will thank you, making just report of how unnatural and bemanning sorrow the king hath cause to play.
I will speak further with you.
No, do not. For confirmation that I am much more than my outwall. Open this purse and take what it contains. And if you shall see Cordelia, as fear not what you shall, show her this ring, and she will tell you who your fellow is that as yet you know not. Oh, a fire on this storm! I will go seek the king.
Give me your hand.
Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow. You cataracts and hurricanes, spout till you have drenched our steeples. Drown the cogs, crack nature's moulds. All germ and spill at once that make ingrateful man.
Water in a dry house is better than this rainwater out of door. Uncle in and ask thy daughter's blessing. Is a night that pities neither wise man nor fool.
Rumble thy belly full. Spit fire, spout rain. Nor rain, wind, thunder, fire are my daughters. I tax not you, your elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, call you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. But yet I call you servile ministers that have with two pernicious daughters joined your high-engendered battles against a head so old and white as this. Oh, it is foul.
He that has a house to put his head in has a good headpiece. The codpiece that will house before the head has any. The head of he shall louse, so beggars marry many. For there was never fair woman, but she made mouths in a glass.
No, I will be the pattern of all patience. I will say nothing.
Who's there?
Marry, his grace in the codpiece. That's a wise man and a fool.
Alack, sir, are you here? All things that love night love not such nights as these. Since I was man, such sheets of fire, such bursts of horrid thunder, such groans of roaring wind and rain I never remember to have heard. Man cannot carry the affliction or the fear.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful power o'er our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch, that hast within thee undivulged crimes unlooked of justice. Hide thee, thou bloody hand, thou perjured and thou simulant man of virtue that art incestuous. Take teeth to pieces shake, that under covert and convenient seeming hast practised on man's life. Close pent-up guilt. Rive your concealing countenance, and cry these dreadful summoners grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning.
Black beheaded. Gracious my lord, hard by here is a hole. Some friendship will lend you against the tempest. Repose you there a while I to this hard house, which even now demanding after you denied me to come in, return and force their scanted courtesy.
My wits begin to turn.
Come on, my boy. How dost, my boy? Not cold? I'm cold myself. Where is this straw? The art of our necessities is strange that can make vile things precious. Poor fool and knave. I have one heart in my heart, but sorry yet for thee.
He that hath but a little tiny whip, with a hey-a-ho, the wind and the rain, shall make content with his fortune's fit, for the rain it raineth every day.
True, my good boy. Come, bring us to this hovel.
Cruel dealing. When I desired the Duke's leave that I might pity him, he took from me the use of mine own house, charged me on pain of his perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, nor any way sustain him.
Most savage and done that.
Go to, say you nothing. There's a division betwixt the dukes. And the worst matter than that, I have received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There is part of the power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will seek him and secretly relieve him. Go you and maintain talk with the duke, that my charity be not of him perceived. If he asks for me, I am ill and gone to bed. Though I die for it, as no less threaten me, the good king my master must be relieved. There are strange things toward Edmund. Pray, be careful.
His courtesy forbid thee, shall the Duke instantly know. And of this letter too. Deserving, and must draw me closer that which my father loses. No less than all. The younger rises when the older falls.
Good place, my lord. Good, my lord, enter. The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure. Good, my lord, enter.
Let me alone.
Good, my lord, enter here.
You won't break my heart?
I'd rather break mine own. Good, my lord, enter.
Thou think'st 'tis much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin? So 'tis to thee. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. Thou'st shun a bear, but if thy flight lay toward the roaring sea, thou meet'st the bear in the mouth. When the mind's free, the body's delicate. The tempest in my mind doth from my senses take all feeling, save else what beats there? Filial ingratitude. Is it not this mouth should tear this hand for lifting food to it? But I will punish home. No, I will weep no more. In such a night to shut me out. Pour on! I will endure. In such a night as this. Oh, Regan, Goneril, your old kind father, whose frank heart gave you all. Oh, that way madness lies. Let me shun that. No more of that.
Good, my lord, enter here.
Prithee, go in thyself. Seek thine own ease. This tempest will not give me leave to ponder on things would hurt me more. But I'll go in. In, boy. First. You pulseless poverty. Nay! Get thee in. I'll pray, and I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads, your unfed sides, your looped and windowed ruggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this. Take visit, Pomp! Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel. Thou hast shaped the superflux to them, and show the heavens more just.
Father Malahov! Father Malahov! Lord Tom!
Come not in here, Nuncle. Here's a spirit.
What art thou that struggle in the straw? Come forth.
Away! Foul fiend follows me. Through the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind. Go to thy cold bed and warm thee.
What? hast thou given all to thy 2 daughters? And art thou come to this?
You said anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame. Bless thee from whirlwind, star blasting and taking. 2 poor Toms of charity, whom the foul fiend vexes, they're gonna have it at there.
What? Couldst thou save nothing? Wouldst thou give them all?
Nay, he was under blanket as we had all been shaved.
Now all the plagues that in the pendulous air hang fated o'er men's faults, light on thy daughters.
He hath no daughters, sir.
Damn traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature to such aloneness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment. 'Twas his flesh begot those pelican daughters.
Hillicock, sack of Hillicock Hill. Hello!
And this cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Take heed of the foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Keep thy word justly. Swear not. Commit not with man's sworn spouse. Set not thine arse on proud array. Storms the cold.
What hast thou been?
A serving man, proud in heart and mind, curled my hair, caught gloves in my cap, served the lust of my mistress' heart, did the act of darkness with her, and swore as many oaths as I spake words, and broken the sweet face of heaven. One that slept the contriving of lust, and wait to do it. Why loved I deeply, die stilly, and in woman, how harem of the Turks, hog in sloth, fox in stone, wolf in greediness, dog in madness, lion in prey. Let not the creaking of shoes, nor the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart to woman. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen from lenders' books, and defy the foul fiend.
Why? Thou wert better in thy grave than to answer with thy uncovered body this extremity of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou hast the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the worm no silk, the cat no perfume. An accommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare-forked animal as thou art. Off you ladies! Come on, button here.
Prithee, uncle, be contented. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in.
This is a foul fiend, Blibbity-Jig. He begins at curfew and walks till the first cock. He gives the web and the pin, makes the eyes squint, gives the hair lift.
Who's there? What is it you seek?
What's he?
Will I there, your legs?
Poor Tom, that eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walnut and the water, that in the fury of his heart, when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the old rat and the ditch dog, and drinks the green mantle of the standing cool.
What? Is your grace no better company?
Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Mahu.
Come hither, my lord. Come in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors, and that the tyrannous might take hold upon you, yet have I ventured to come seek you out, and bring you where both fire and food is ready.
I'll talk a word with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Good my lord, take his offer, go into the house.
I'll talk a word with this same learned thief. What is your study?
How to prevent the feeding of kill vermin.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him to go once more, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. Oh, that good Kent, he said it would be thus, poor banished man. Thou sayest the king grows mad. I'll tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life, but lately, very late. I loved him, friend, no father his son dearer. Truth to tell you, the grief hath crazed my wits. What a night's this? I do beseech your grace.
Oh, cry you mercy, sir. No philosopher.
On the count! Bench, ere I depart his house.
How, my lord, I may be censured that nature thus gives way to loyalty. Something fears me to think of.
I now perceive it was not altogether your brother's evil disposition that made him seek his death, but a provoking merit, set a work by a reprovable badness, in Gloucester himself.
How malicious is my fortune that I must repent to be just. This is the letter which proves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France. O heavens, where this treason not, nor I the detector.
I will take this to the Duchess.
The matter of the paper be certain, my lord, you have a mighty business on hand.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Go seek where thy father is, so that he may be ready for our apprehension.
I'll persevere in my course of loyalty, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I will lay my trust in thee, and thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
Here is better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I will piss out the comfort of what addition I can.
All the power of his wits has given way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
Frateretto calls me. Tells me Nero is an angler in the lake of darkness. Pray, innocent, and beware the foul fiend.
Tell me, Knuckle, whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
A king! A king!
No, he's a yeoman that has a gentleman to his son. For he's a mad yeoman that sees his son a gentleman before him.
To have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon them.
Foul fiend bites my back.
He's mad that trusts in the tameness of a wolf and a whore's oath.
It shall be done. I will arraign them straight. Come, most learned justicer, sit here. And thou, sacred sir, sit here. Now, you she-foxes.
How she stands and glares. Once thou eyes at trial, madam.
Ah, boat at the leak, and she shall not speak why she dares not come over to thee.
The nightingale haunts poor Tom in the voice of a fiend. Hop-dance cries in Tom's belly for 2 white herring. Fret not, black angel, I have no food for thee.
How do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed. Come, lie rest on the cushions.
I'll see their trial first. Thou most noble man of justice, take thy place. And thou, his young fellow of equity, bench by his side. You are of the commission. Sit you too.
Let us deal justly.
Arraign her first. 'Tis Goneril. I here take my oath before this honourable assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress.
Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Oh, cry you mercy, I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another, whose warped looks proclaim what store her heart is made on. Stop her there! Arms, sword, fire! Corruption in the place! All's justice, sir. Why hast thou let escape?
Oh, pity. Sir, where is the patience now you so oft have boasted to retain?
dogs and all. Tray, Blanche, and sweetheart. See, they bark at me.
Tom will throw his head at them, a raunchy curs.
Then let them anatomize Regan. See what breathes about her heart. Is there any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts? You, sir, I entertain for one of my 100. Only I do not like the fashion of your garments. You will say they are Persian attire, but let them be changed.
Lie here and rest a while, sir.
Make no noise. Make no noise. Draw the curtains. So. We'll go to supper in the morning.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Where's the king, my master?
He is here, sir, but trouble him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend, I prithee, take him in thy arms. I have heard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in and drive toward Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection. Take up thy master. If thou shouldst dally half an hour, his life with thine and all that offer to defend him, stand in assured loss.
O blessed nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balm thy broken sinews, which, if convenience will not allow, stand in hard cure. Come, help to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind.
Come, away.
Post speedily to my lord, your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France is landing. Go seek the traitor, Ross.
Hang him instantly. Tear out his eyes.
Leave him to my displeasure. Edmund, keep your sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitorous father are not fit for your pope. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester. How now, where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence. Some 5 or 6 and 30 of his knights, hot questress after him, met him at gate, who, with some other of the lord's dependents, are gone with him toward Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Get horses for your mistress.
Farewell, sweetheart, sister.
Edmund, farewell. Go seek the traitor, Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief and break him before us. Though well we may not pass upon his life without the form of justice, yet our power shall do a courtesy to our rule, which men may blame, but not control. Who's that, the traitor?
Ingrateful fox, 'tis he.
Fine bastard's arms.
What mean your graces? Good my friends, consider you are my guests. Do we no foul play, friends?
Bind him.
Hard. Oh, filthy traitor.
Unmerciful ladies, you are unknown.
Villain, thou shalt find.
By kind gods, 'tis most ignobly done.
So what, and such a traitor?
I am your host. With robbers' hands by hospitable favours you should not ruffle us. What will you do?
Come, sir. What letters had you late from France?
Be simple, answerer, for we know the truth.
And what confederacies had you with the traitors late-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands have you sent the lunatic king? Speak.
I have a letter guessingly set down that comes from one that's of the neutral heart and not from unopposed.
Cunning.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Wast thou not charged with peril?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him first answer that.
I am tied to the stake and I must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover, sir?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy fair sister in his anointed flesh stick boorish fangs. But I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it thou shalt never. Upon these eyes of thine, I'll set my foot.
He that shall hope to live, leave me out. Give me some help. Ah! Ah! Oh! Roll! Oh, God.
One side will mock the other, another too.
If you see vengeance, vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord. I have served you ever since I was a child, but better service have I never done than now to bid you hold.
My villain!
Come on then and take the chance of anger. My lord, you have one eye left to see some mischief on you.
Lest it see more. Prevent it. Out, vile jelly, wherein thy laughter
Oh, dark and comfortless! Where is my son Edmund? Edmund, enkindle all the sparks of nature to quit this horrid act.
Out, treacherous villain! Thou call'st on him that hates thee. It was he that set the overture of thy treasons to us. Who is too good to pity thee?
Then Edgar was abused. Oh, you kind gods, forgive me that and prosper him.
Go, thrust him out at gate, and let him smell his way to Dover. How is my lord? How
I
is
have
he?
received a hurt. Follow me, lady. Turn out that eyeless villain. Throw this slave upon the dunghill. Rigo, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt.
I never care what wickedness I do if this man come to good. And in the end, if she meet the old course of death, then all women will turn monsters. Come now, I'll fetch some flax and whites of eggs to apply to your bleeding face.
Yet better thus, and known to be condemned, than still condemned and flattered. To be worst, the lowest and most dejected thing in fortune. Stands still in esperance, lives not in fear. The lamentable change is from the best. The worst returns to laughter. But who comes here? My father, poorly led.
Oh, my good lord, I have been your father's tenant, and your tenant for many, many years.
Away, get thee away, good friend, be gone. Thy comforts can do me no good at all, thee they may hurt.
Alack, sir, you cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. Ah, poor son Edgar, the food of thy abused father's raw. Might I but live to see thee in my touch, I'd say I had eyes again.
How now? Who's there? Oh, 'tis poor man Tom. Fellow, where goest?
Is it the beggar man?
Aye, madman and beggar too.
He has some reason else he could not beg. It the last night's storm I such a fellow saw that made me think a man a worm. My son came then into my mind, and yet my mind was then scarce friends with him. I have heard more since. As flies to wanton boys are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
Bestie, master.
Is that the ragged fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Then prithee get thee gone.
Alack, sir, he is mad.
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Do as I bid thee, or rather, do thy pleasure. Above the rest, be gone. Sirrah, ragged fellow.
Oh, Tom's a cold. I cannot do it further.
Come hither, fellow.
And yet I must. Bless thy sweet eyes. They bleed.
Knowest thou the way to Dover?
Both stile and gate, horseway and footpath. Poor Tom has been scared out of his good wits. Bless thee, good man's son, from the foul fiend.
Here, friend, take this purse, thou whom the heavens' plagues have humbled to all strokes. That I am wretched makes thee the happier. O heavens, deal so still. Let the superfluous and lust-dieted man that slaves your ordinance, that will not see because he does not feel your power quickly. So distribution should undo excess, and each man have enough.
Dost thou know, Dermot?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully in the confining deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery that does bear with something rich about myself. From that place I shall no leading need.
Give me thy arm, poor Tom shall lead thee.
So changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was the worst. Of Gloucester's treachery of the loyal service of his son. I informed him, then he called me sot, and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seemed pleasant to him, what like offensive.
Then shall you go no further? It is the cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. Back, Edmund, my brother. Hasten his musters and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you are like to hear if you dare enter in your own heart and dismiss me. Wear this. Spare speech. Decline your hair. This kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive and fare thee well.
Yours, no.
My most dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my bed.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistle.
No, Goneril, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns its origin cannot be bordered certain in itself. She that herself will sliver and disbranch from her material sap, must wither and come to deadly use.
No more, the text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savour but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? A father and a gracious aged man, whose reverence even the headlong bear would lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate, have you madded? How could my brother suffer you to do it? A man, a prince by him so benefited. If that the heavens do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these vile offences, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself. Monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man, where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land. With plumage helm thy state begins to threat. Whilst thou, a moral fool, sits still and criest, alack, why does he so?
See thyself, devil. Proper deformity seems not in the fiend, so horrid is in woman.
O vain fool!
Thou changed and self-covered thing! For shame, a monster not thy feature. Were it my fitness to let these hands obey my blood, they are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones. Howe'er thou art a fiend, a woman's shape doth shield thee.
Marry your manhood.
What news?
Oh, my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant while going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eyes?
A servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword against his great master, with their outing rage flew on him, and amongst them slew him dead. But not without that fatal stroke which since hath plucked him after.
This shows you are above you justices, that these are nether crimes so speedily can venge. Oh, Gloucester, lost he his other eye?
Both, my lord. This letter, my lord, craves a speedy reply. It is from your sister.
One way I like this well. But being widowed, my Gloucester with her, nailed the building in my fancy blood upon my hateful life. Another way the news is not so tart. I'll read and answer.
Where was his son when they did take his eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
He's not here?
No, my good lord, I met him back again.
Well, knows he the wickedness?
Aye, my good lord, 'twas he informed against him, and quit the house, that thereat may have the free check.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showedst the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowest.
Did your letters pierce Cordelia to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, sir, she took them, read them in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, which most rebel-like sought to be king over her.
How did it move her?
Not to a rage. You have seen sunshine and rain at once. Her smiles and tears were like a better way. In brief, sorrow be a rarity most beloved if aught could so become.
Made she no verbal question?
Faith, once or twice she heaved the name father pantingly forth, as if it pressed her heart. Cried, sisters, sisters, shame of ladies, sisters. Father, Kent, what, in the night, in the storm, let pity not believe it. There she shook the holy water from her heavenly eyes. Then away she started to deal with grief alone.
It is the stars. The stars above us govern our conditions, else one's self-mate and make could not beget such different issues. You spoke not with her since?
No.
Was this before the King of France returned?
No, since.
Well, sir, the poor distressed Lear is in the town, who sometime in his better tune remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why, good sir?
A sovereign shame so elders him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction, turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted daughters.
Poor gentle man.
Of Albany's and Cornwall's powers you've heard not?
'Tis so, they are afoot.
Well, sir, I will bring you to our master there and leave you there to attend him. Some dear cause will in concealment wrap me up a while, but when I am known aright, you will not grieve lending me this acquaintance.
Alack, 'tis he. Why, he was met even now as mad as the vexed sea. A century sent forth, search every acre of the high-grown field and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense?
There is means, madam. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks, that to provoke in him are many simples operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish.
Seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolves the life that wants the means to lead it. All blessed secrets, all you unpublished virtues of the earth spring with my tears. Be aidant and remediate in the good man's distress.
News, ma'am. The British powers march hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, my dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore, great France, my mourning and important tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
But are my brother's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person there.
Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home.
No, madam.
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of his misery, to dispatch his nighted life. Moreover, to descry the strength of the enemy.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
The ways are dangerous. Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us.
I cannot, lady. My lady charged my duty in this business.
Why should my sister write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purpose by word? Be like something, I know not what. I'll love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I had rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. And at her late being here, she gave strange oyards and most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
Aye, madam.
I speak in understanding. You are, I know it. Therefore I do advise. Take this note. Edmund and I have talked. My lord is dead. And more convenient is Edmund for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do see him, pray you give him this. And when your lady hears thus much, desire her call her wisdom to her. Fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would I could meet him, madam, I should show what party I would follow.
Fare you well.
When shall we come to the top of that same hill? You do climb up it now. Hark! Do you not hear the sea? No, truly. Why, then your other senses growing perfect by your eyes' anguish. So may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakst in better phrase in matter than thou didst. You're much deceived. Nothing have I changed but in my garments. Methinks you're better spoken. Come on, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy just to cast one's eyes so low. The murmuring surge that on the unnumbered idle pebble chase cannot be heard so high. I'll look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong. Set me where you stand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge, for all beneath the moon would I not leap upright. Let go thy hand. Here, friend, it's another purse. In it a jewel well worth a poor man's taking. Get thou farther off. Bid me farewell and let me hear thee going. I'll fare you well, good sir. With all my heart. Oh, you mighty gods, take my breath from me. Let not thy worst spirit tempt me again to die before you please. This world I do renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction off. If Edgar live, oh, bless him. Yet, I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life. Life itself yields as the theft. Alive or dead? Ho, you, sir! He used to speak! Sir! Away and let me die! Hadst thou been aught but gossamer, fed as air, so many fathom down precipitating, thou shivers like an egg, but thou dost breathe, hast living substance, bleeds not, art sound, thy knife some miracles, speak yet again. But have I fallen or no? From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, look up a height, the thrill-gorged laugh cannot be seen or heard so high. Do but look up. Alack, I have no eyes. Is wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death? 'Twas yet some comfort when misery could beguile the tyrant's rage and frustrate his proud will. How is you stand? Too well, too well. Free and patient thoughts. Who comes here?
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I am the king himself.
Oh, thou side-piercing sight.
Nature's of a heart in that respect. There's your press money. That fellow handles his bow like a crow-keeper. Draw me a clothier's yard. Look, look, a mouse. Peace, peace. This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on the giant. Bring up the brown bells. Oh, well flown, bird. It's the clot! It's the clot! Phew! Give the word.
Sweet Marjorie.
Ah.
I know that voice.
Ah. Goneril with the white beard. They flattered me like a dog. Told me I had white hairs in my head and the black ones were there. To say A and no to everything that I said. A and no to was no good divinity. When the rain came to wet me once, and the wind to make me chatter, when the thunder would not peace at my bidding, there I found them. There I smelt them out. Go to. They are not men of their words. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not ague-proof.
The trick of that voice, I do well remember, is not the king.
Aye, every inch a king. When I do stare, see how that subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery? Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No. The wren does toot, and the small gilded fly does lecher in my sight. Let copulation thrive! For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters got between the lawful sheets. Toot luxury, pell-mell, for I lack soldiers. Behold yon simpering dame, whose face between her forks presages snow, that minces virtue, and does shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. The fit you nor the soiled horse goes toot with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist they are centaurs, the women all above. But to the girdle do the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there's the sulphurous pit, burning, scalding, stench, consumption. Give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary, to sweeten my imagination. There's money for me.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature. This great wealth shall soon wear out to naught. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squint at me? No, blowest blind Cupid, I'll not love. Read thou this challenge, mark with the penny on it.
Were all the lesser sons, I could not read one.
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse? Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Goes?
I see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails upon yon simple thief. Hark in thine ear. Change places. And handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief? Thou hast seen the farmer's dog bark at a beggar?
Aye, sir.
And the creature run from the cur? There thou mightst behold the great image of authority. A dog is obeyed in office. Thou rascal beagle, hold thy bloody hand. Why hast thou lashed that whore? Thou hotly lust'st to use her in that kind for which thou whipst her. The usurer hangs the cozener. Through tattered clothes, small vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hide all. Plate sin with gold, and the strong lance of justice hurtless breaks. Arm it in rags, a pygmy straw does pierce it. None does offend. None, I say. None. I'll able 'em. Take that of me, my friend, who have the power to seal the accuser's lips. Get thee glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. Now. Pull off my boots. Harder.
Oh, matter and impertinency makes reason in madness.
If thou wilt keep my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowst, the first time that we smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee. Mark, alack the day. When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. This is a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put it in proof. When I have stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill!
Here he is, lay hand upon him. Sir, your most...
No rescue! What? A prisoner? I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well, you shall have ransom. Let me have servants. I am cut to the brains.
You shall have anything.
No seconds! All myself! Why, this would make a man of salt, to use his eyes for garden water pots, aye, and laying autumn's dust. I will die bravely, like a smug bridegroom. What? I will be jovial. Come, I am a king. My masters, know you that?
Aye, you are a royal one, and we obey.
Then there's life in it. Nay, and you get it. You shall get it by running.
A sight most pitiful and the meanest wretch. Past speaking of a king, he has one daughter who redeems nature from the general curse which twain have brought her to. Sir Speedy, what's your will?
Have you heard of a battle which is also?
Most sure and vulgar. Everyone hears that which can distinguish sound.
But by your favour, sir, how near is the other army?
Near, and on speedy foot. The main descry stands on the hourly thought.
I thank you, sir.
Those that the Queen on special clauses here, her army is moved on.
I thank you, sir.
Oh, you kind gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worst spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray you, father.
What are you, sir?
Most poor man may tame fortune's blows.
A proclaimed prize. Most happy. That eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes. Thou old unhappy traitor. Briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee.
Now let thy friendly hand put strength enough to it.
What bold peasant? There's thou support a published traitor. Hence, lest the affection of his fortune take like hold on thee, let go his arm.
Shall not let go, sir, without further occasion.
Let go, slave, thou diest.
Good gentlemen, go your gate and let four vote pass. She'll be plain with you.
Out, dunghill. Villain. Take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body. And give the letters that thou findest about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Seek him out upon the British party.
I know thee well enough. A serviceable villain, as duteous to the vices of our mistress as bad as himself. What, is he dead? Rest in father. Let's see the prophets. The letters that he speaks about moving our friends. Leave, gentle lads. Manners blame us not. And our enemies' minds would rip their hearts. I take this as more lawful. Dearest Edmund, let our reciprocal vows be remembered. If your will want not, many opportunities will be offered.
There is nothing done if he return the conqueror. Then am I the prisoner, and his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labour. Your wife, so I would say. Affectionate servant, Goneril. Oh, undistinguished place upon a woman's will. A plot upon her virtuous husband's life. And the exchange, my brother. With this ungracious paper I'll strike the sight of the death practice due. But in 'tis well that of thy death and business I can tell.
How shall I even work to match thy happiness? My life will be too short, and every man same.
To be acknowledged, madam, is not paid. All my reports go with the modest truth. Nor more nor clipped, but so.
Better suit. These weeds are memories of those worser hours I pitied quick.
Pardon me, dear madam. Yet to be known shortens my maid content. My boon I make it, that you know me not, till time and I think meet.
Then be it so, my good lord. How does the king?
Madam, he sleeps still.
Oh, you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature. The untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up. This child changed father.
So please your majesty that we may wake the king. He hath slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge, and proceed in the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Aye, madam. In the heaviness of his sleep we put fresh garments on him.
Be by, good madam, when we do awake him. I doubt not of his tenderness.
Very well.
Please you, draw near.
Oh, my dear father. Restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Had you not been there, father, these white flakes had challenged pity of them. Was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? To stand against the deep, dread-bolted thunder, in the most terrible and nimble stroke, quick, cross lightning? To watch, poor do with this thin helm. Mine enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. And wast thou fain, poor father, to hovel thee with swine and rogues forlorn, in short and musty straw? Alack, 'tis one that thy life and wits at once had not concluded all. He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, do you, 'tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire, that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. When did you die?
Still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I am mightily abused. I should e'en die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands. Let's see. I feel this pinprick. Would I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction. affliction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray, do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man. Fourscore and upward, not an hour more nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you, know this man, yet I am doubtful. For I am mainly ignorant what place this is, and all the skill I have remembers not these garments. Nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
Oh, so I am.
Be your tears, Bet? Yes, Bet. I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They have not.
No cause, no cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed. And yet it is danger to make him even over the time he has lost. Desire him to go in. Trouble him no more till further settling.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now. Forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Holds it true that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain?
Ah, most certain, sir.
Who is the conductor of his people?
As 'tis said, the bastard son of Gloucester.
They say that Edgar, his banished son, is with the Earl of Kent in Germany.
Report is changeable. 'Tis time to look about. The powers of the kingdom approach apace.
Your arbitrament is like to be bloody. Pray you will, sir.
My point and period will be thoroughly wrought, or well or ill as this day's battles fought.
No, the Duke of his last purpose hold the weather, since he is advised by aught to change his course. He's full of alteration and self-reproving.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be feared, madam.
Now, sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honour, love.
But have you not found my brother's way to the forfended place?
That thought abuses you.
I am doubtful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her as far as we call hers.
No, by my honour, madam.
Dear my lord, I never shall endure her. Be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She will do her husband.
Our very loving sister, well be met. Sir, this I hear. The king has come to his daughter with others whom the rigour of our state forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant for this business. It touches us, as France invades our land, not holds the king. With others whom I fear, most just and heavy causes make oppose.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reasoned? Combined together against the enemy. These domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
Then let's determine with the ancient of war on our proceeding.
Sir, I will seek you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us.
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray you go with us.
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
Bear your grace, had speech which man set forth. Give me one word. I'll overtake you. Speak. Before you fight the battle, ope this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is about you then.
State I read the letter.
I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the drum sound, and I'll appear again.
I fare thee will. I will overlook thy paper.
The enemies of you, draw up your powers. Here's a guess of their strength by diligent discovery. But your haste is now urged upon.
We will greet the time.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love, each jealous of the other as the star of the other. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow, exasperate, makes mad her sister Goneril. And hardly shall I carry out my side, her husband still being alive. Now then, we'll use his countenance for the battle, which being done, let her who be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy which intends to Lear and Cordelia, they within our power shall ne'er see his part. For my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Dear Father, take the shadow of this tree for your good host. Pray that right may thrive. If ever I return again, I'll bring you comfort.
Grace go with you, sir. When we are best at sea, bearing our woes, we scarcely think our miseries our foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind. But then the mind much suffers, doth her skip when grief hath mates and bearing fellowship. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. Away, O man, give thy hand. King Lear hath lost, he and his daughter are taken. Come on, my word. No, father. A man may rot even here. What in your thoughts again? Men must endure their going hence, even as their coming hither. Rightness is all.
Some officers take them away. Good God, until their greater pleasure first be known, that are to censure them.
We are not the first who with the best meaning have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, am I cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No, 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 no. Come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court news. And we'll talk with them too, who loses and who wins, who's in, who's out, and take upon the mystery of things as if we were God's spies. So we'll wear out in a walled prison pacts and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon.
Take them away.
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. Have I caught thee? He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven, and fire us hence like foxes. wipe thine eyes. The good ears shall devour them, flesh and fell, ere they shall make us weep. We'll see 'em starve first.
Come hither, Captain. Take thou this note. Thou dost as I instruct thee, thou makes thy words to noble fortunes. Remember this, men are as the time is. To be tender-minded, to not become a sword. Thy great employment will bear no question. Either say thou do it, or thrive by all means.
I'll do it, my lord.
About it, and right happy when thou hast done.
I cannot draw a cart, nor eat dried oats. If it be a man's work, I'll do it.
Sir, you have shown today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You have the captives that were the opposites of this day's strife. We do require them of you, so to use them as we shall find their merits, and our safety may equally determine.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard, whose age has charms it, whose sight more, to pluck the common bosom on his side, and turn our impressed lances in his eyes, which do command them. With him I set the queen, my reason all the same, and they're ready to appear tomorrow, what further space where you should hold your session. At this time, we sweat and bleed. The friend has lost the friend, and the best quarrels in the heat are cursed by those that feel their sharpness. The question of Lear and Cordelia requires a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him. Methinks our pleasure may well have been demanded ere you spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place and person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights by me invested, he compares the best.
That were the most he should husband you.
Jesters do oft prove.
That I that told you so looked but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I would answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them with me. The walls are thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
The let alone lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine, lord.
Half-blooded fellow, yes!
Let the drum strike and prove my title thine.
Stay yet! Hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thy tate this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair sister, I grant in the interest of my wife. 'Tis she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your bands. If you will marry, make your loves to me. My lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
Thou art armed, Gloucester. Let the drumbeat sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, there is my pledge. I'll prove it on thy heart, ere I taste bread. Thou art in nothing less than I have herein proclaimed thee.
My lord, I am sick.
If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
There's my exchange. Where in the world he is that names me traitor, villain like he lies. Beat thy drum. He that dares approaches, on him, on you, who not? I'll maintain my truth and honour firmly.
Trust to thy single virtue, for thy soldiers, all levied in my name, have in my name took their discharge.
My sickness grows on me.
Convey her to my tent, she is not well. What are you, your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
Know this, my name is lost, by treason's tooth bear gnawn and canker bit. Yet am I noble as the adversary I come to cope.
And which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself? What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword, that if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. I protest, maugre thy strength, youth, place, and eminence. Despite thy victor sword and far new fortune, thy valour and thy heart, thou art a traitor. False to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father. Conspired against this high illustrious prince, and from the extremest upward of thy head to the descent and dust below thy foot, a most toad-spotted traitor. Say thou no, this sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon thy heart whereto I speak. Thou liest.
In wisdom I should ask thy name. But since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, and at thy tongue some say breathing breeze, what safe and nicely I might well delay thy rural knighthood, I do disdain and spurn. Back do I toss these treasons to thy head, with the hell-hated lie, oh well, thy heart, which but yet glance by and scarcely bruise. This sword of mine shall make instant way. Beat thy drum.
Any name. Read thine own evil. No tearing lady, I perceive you know it.
Say if I do. The laws are mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for it?
Most monstrous. Knowst thou this paper?
Ask me not what I know.
Rather, governor.
What you've charged me with I've done, and more, much more. The time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. What art thou that hast this fortune on me? Thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
Let's exchange charity. I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund, if more the more thou hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. The gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
You've spoken right, 'tis true. The wheel has come full circle, and I am here.
Methought thy very gait did prophesy a royal nobleness. I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of Gloucester?
I met my father with his bleeding rings, the precious stones new lost, became his guide, led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never, O fault, revealed myself unto him until some half hour passed, when I was armed. Not sure, though hoping of this good success, I asked his blessing, and from first to last told him my pilgrimage. But his flawed heart, too weak the conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy and grief, burst smilingly.
This speech of yours will move me, but chance shall do some good.
Your lady, sir, is dead, and her sister by her is poisoned. She confessed it.
I was contracted to them both. Now all three marry in an instant.
Here comes Kent. This judgment which makes us tremble touches us not with pity. Oh, sir, the time will not allow the compliments which very manners urges.
I am come to bid my king and master good night. Is he not here?
For God, speak, Edmund. Where's the king and where's Cordelia?
And for like some good I mean to do despite of mine own nature. Quickly take my sword, for my writ is on the life of Lear and Cordelia.
Run, run. To whom, my lord?
Oh, give it to the captain.
Hasten for my life.
He hath commission from my wife and I to hang Cordelia in the prison, and to lay the blame upon our own despair that she fought did herself.
God's defend her now.
Oh, you are men of stones! Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's bolt should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth. Lend me a looking glass. If that her breath will mist or stain the stone, why she lives. This feather stirs. She lives. If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh, my good master.
Prithee away.
Is noble Kent your friend?
A plague upon you, murderers, traitors all. I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia, stay a little. Huh? What is't thou sayest? Her voice was ever soft, gentle, and low. An excellent thing in the woman. I killed the slave that was a-hanging thee.
It is true, my lord.
And did I not, fellow? I have seen the day with my good biting falchion I would have made them skip. I am old now, and these same crosses spoil me. Who are you? Mine eyes are not of the best, I tell you straight.
If fortune brag of two she loved and hated, one of them we behold.
This is a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same, your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike, and quickly too. He's dead and rotten.
No, my lord, I am the very man.
I'll see that straight.
That from your first difference and decay have followed in your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
Nor no man else. All's cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
He knows not what he says. Vain it is that we present us to him. You lords and noble friends, know our intent. What comfort to this great decay may come, it shall be applied. For us, we will resign during the life of this old majesty, to him our absolute power. You to your rights, with boot and such addition as your honours have more than merited. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deservings.
And my poor fool is hanged. No, no, no life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life? And thou, no breath at all. Thou'lt come no more. Never, 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 never. Pray you, undo this button. Thank you, sir. Do you see this? Look on her. Look, her lips. Look there. Look there.
Thanks, my lord, my lord.
Oh, break, heart, I prithee break.
Look up, my lord.
Vex not his ghost. Oh, let him pass. He hates him that would on the rack of this tough world draw him out longer.
He is gone indeed.
I wonder if he has endured so long. He so usurped his life.
Our present business is general woe. You, friends of my soul, you twain, rule in this state, and the gored realm sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.
$5.46. Well, it doesn't really